Hey, what's up, everybody? Anton Kraly here, and welcome back to the e-commerce lifestyle podcast. So on Monday, the most recent episode of the podcast was where I compared and contrasted ClickFunnels versus Shopify for e-commerce store owners, and where I concluded that for most people running e-commerce stores, Shopify is a clear choice. It's the winner. Now, there's a lot of valuable information in that episode, so if you haven't heard it yet, I'll post a link in the description. You should go and check it out. But what I want to talk about more in this video is why Shopify is the e-commerce platform that I use and that I've recommended since 2012. So we're going on, 8 years, almost a decade now. Now, a lot of people and mainly YouTube trolls say that the reason I talk about Shopify all the time is because they pay me to do so, and that's not true. Now, I am an affiliate for Shopify, meaning if I refer people that sign up for Shopify, we earn a commission for the referral. With that being said, we probably post a referral link. It's only in our members area, and we probably only post it in like 10% of the places we could. And it's because, and I'm sorry if anybody from Shopify is watching this, but it's because Shopify has one of the worst affiliate programs there is. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because the commissions they pay are super tiny. They're not recurring or anything, so it's just not an income at all to promote them and think of that as a revenue source. Now, they have a great team. Again, they have a great product. That's why I recommend them without getting paid for it. And the truth is if I had no ethics and all I cared about was affiliate commissions, you would be hearing me talk about some random e-commerce company that nobody's ever heard of that was paying me some big upfront fee and recurring fees. And yeah, I would never do that. I don't do that. So no, I don't talk about Shopify and recommend them because they pay me all this money. That's not how this works. So now that that's out of the way, what I want to talk about in this episode are the 5 main reasons that I use and that I recommend Shopify. And again, that I have been doing so since 2012. So reason number 1 is probably obvious to you if you've ever used Shopify, and that is their support. They have made this a priority with their teams since as long as I've been with them. And after going from all these different e-commerce platforms like Yahoo Stores to WooCommerce, Magento, BigCommerce, Volusion, I've been on every platform that I'm aware of. And when I first found Shopify and had a problem and reached out to them for support, they fixed it right away. They went into my store, and since then, their support's only gotten better. They have 24/7 live chat. You can call them, and again, they'll fix things for you. It's not just some random, oh, you should read an article about it. So number 1 is their support. That's the first reason that I use and recommend Shopify. Now, number 2 is ease of use. So even though I've been in the whole digital marketing game for over a decade now, I am not technical, okay? I cannot code. I cannot build my own websites from the ground up. There's no chance. But Shopify makes things so they're so user-friendly that even somebody that's never built a website before or never coded can go in, can get comfortable with their system by dragging things and dropping things. And within a few weeks of messing around, you can become proficient in using a platform that is massively powerful. So powerful that it powers some of the biggest e-commerce companies in the world. And again, it's something that anybody can learn within a few weeks because they build it not for technical people, not for coders, but for the average person to be able to build a highly performing e-commerce store. Now, the third reason that I use and recommend Shopify is their leadership team. From their CEO to everybody I've ever encountered in leadership roles for different departments that they have, they've been nothing short of amazing. Shopify brings in great people that plan for the long term. This is a big, big thing. There's so many software companies that pop up, that talk a big game, that a bunch of people promote to earn commissions, that fade away because they never had anything besides marketing and besides hype. With Shopify, the reason they're still so successful, the reason they have over 1 million stores on their platform, the reason their stock has grown like crazy on the market is because they have an amazing product, they play the long game, and they do it with an amazing leadership team. That's why I feel comfortable not just using it myself, but recommending to our entire audience that they should be with Shopify as well. Now, the fourth reason is Shopify Payments. This doesn't work anywhere in the world, so I'll post a link in the description. You could see what country countries Shopify Payments is supported by. But if you're using Shopify and it's supported in your country, you should use it. It's seamless integration, one click, has built-in fraud protection for orders. You can accept credit cards, debit cards, Apple Pay, Google Pay. You can accept basically any currency from anywhere in the world, and it will get deposited into your bank account within 48 hours. And the best part, it typically takes about 5 minutes to sign up for. So back in the day when I wasn't using Shopify and before Shopify Payments was a thing, I used to have to sign up with merchant accounts at my bank. I used to get mailed in the mail these huge statements with all the transactions. It was just this like convoluted mess that took an accountant to review. And now click a button, it's connected directly to Shopify. You get your money right away. You can accept almost any form of payment and you can look at it in real time. Shopify Payments is a beautiful thing, and I highly recommend, again, if your country is eligible for it, that you use it. All right, so the final reason number 5 that I use and recommend Shopify is because of their partner ecosystem. Now, this is something that they have invested heavily into, again, going back to their leadership and their teams. I think what they realized early on is that as a company, if they wanted to grow, they couldn't be everything for everyone, and they couldn't build in all the functionality that would appeal to their million customers now. So what they've done from early on is work with partners. Partners include people like affiliates, but more importantly, and the ones that I'm referring to, are app developers and theme developers. So one of my favorite things about Shopify is that you log in, you can click apps, and you can find thousands of different apps that can do almost anything you can imagine, that you can click a button and have installed on your Shopify store to change the way it looks or change the ways it functions. And it's not something you have to go out and hire a coder for. It's not something you have to invest thousands of dollars for. A lot of them are free. A lot of them are $5 a month. Some of them are more money if you need them, but still it's a better deal than you having to go source somebody on Upwork and pay them $3,000 to make you this little plugin. Instead, it's connected right there through Shopify's partner ecosystem, which again, they've always focused on. They have an amazing team of developers. They have amazing people that make themes. If you go on any platform that you want to hire somebody to even make tweaks to your store, you can find Shopify experts, because a lot of people, just like me, are comfortable with this platform. We do believe it's the best system out there. They've done nothing but support users like us over the years. So I know that probably just sounded like a 5-minute long commercial for Shopify, but it's not. It's the truth. It's why I use them. It's why I recommend them. Before I wrap this up, I'll just say one thing. The only time that it might not make sense for you to use Shopify if you're building an e-commerce store would be if you're not from the States and you're planning on doing business in the States. So we've had some reports in our private members community for my company, Dropship Lifestyle, where people have said their Shopify accounts have been closed because Shopify has deemed them high risk. It seems like there's some type of flag that if somebody is in Ireland, for example, and they, that's their citizenship and they're building a business in the States, that somehow Shopify could occasionally flag that. I can't confirm that's what happened, but we do have at least, I think, 3 reports of people saying that their accounts have been closed because they've been deemed as high risk. Now, I say 3, it sounds like a lot, but it's out of over 10,000, so keep that in mind. What I would say is if you have had any issues from using Shopify, whether it be that high risk scenario or maybe something that I've just never experienced, definitely feel free to post a comment if you're watching this on YouTube, or send me an email if you're listening to the podcast and let me know, because I'm always open to hear what other people's experiences are. And Shopify, I know they're listening. Their improvements to the product show that. So if it's anything that's consistent, maybe we can work together to get that ironed out. So if you're new here, if you're listening to this and you're like, well, what do I do once I sign up for Shopify? Listen, if you're brand new, go check out my free training. It's at dropshipwebinar.com. It'll show you exactly how we use Shopify to its full potential to be able to build highly profitable, semi-automated online stores. I'll post that link in the description, but again, it's dropshipwebinar.com. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you in the next episode of the podcast. Bye. Hey, what's up, guys? Anton here again, and I hope you got some real value out of that video you just watched. If you did, you should definitely check out this one or this video right here. I do 2 new ones every week. You'll see a subscribe button right here. And if you want my free training that is 2.5 hours long of value with 237 niches, click this button right down here. It'll take you